Digitalization, M2M connectivity, artificial intelligence, 3D printing, and virtual reality, humanity stands on the verge of a new technological revolution, the fourth industrial, as is customary to call it. It will radically change the way people live, work, and interact. In a special program, Digital Kazakhstan, we tell about what steps are being made in this direction in the Republic and what has already been achieved thanks to the adoption of new technologies. And in today's release, we'll talk about agriculture modernization. According to experts of the UN Food and Agriculture Organization, in order to meet the needs of the growing population, by the year 2050, the world will need 70% more food than was produced in 2006. And thus, now before agricultural companies around the world, the question becomes how to satisfy this need by spending less resources and preserving the environment. According to independent experts, there are 7 key areas that can qualitatively change agriculture in the future. Among them, the widespread use of wireless technologies, which will simplify the operational processes and technology application. Radio frequency identification of livestock, computer automation of technological processes, along with office system automation, development and application of specialized internet applications, geoinformational systems usage and global positioning systems in order to obtain accurate geodetic data and field maps creation. Some of these innovations have already been successfully used throughout the world, and Kazakhstan is no exception. Aydos Amanbay knows about innovations and problems of agriculture in Kazakhstan not by hearsay. Over 5 years, he produced a television project dedicated to this area at one of the state channels. For some time, he owned a farm and finally launched the country's first agricultural internet portal designed to facilitate the farmers' communication with government agencies, financial institutions, scientific environment, and the commercial sector. There are 190,000 agricultural owners in Kazakhstan, especially many of them are in the southern region. Here, there are about 1,000 agrarians in one rural district, and it is very difficult to communicate with them. Agrobiz.kz site represents a unique platform for communication. It is equipped with a convenient SMS sending function, a catalog including 5,000 farms, with detailed information on the scope of their activities, breaking news, business plan examples, information on tenders held in the Republic, a database of native scientists and researchers who have direct or indirect relation to agricultural sector are also published here. Our goal is to get rid of intermediaries because they live better and earn more than the farmers themselves. They do not depend on anything, do not invest their money, do not spend physical strength, they do not have risks. They buy goods from farmers at cost and sell at triple the price. Now the portal created by us allows farmers to sell products directly and helps customers to find a product for a real price. Among frequent users of Agrobiz.kz internet portal is a large multi-profile agro holding by Sirke Agro, located in the Almaty region. One of the key areas of its activity is the livestock breeding and subsequent processing of obtained dairy products. This particular focus area is not only automated here, but also robotized. The farm has the latest robots milkmaids. Already 6 enterprises in Kazakhstan have implemented this technology. Since 2014, we have systems of robotic milking. It is a station of voluntary automatic milking. Cows go there themselves, they milk themselves, and they know themselves by estimate when they need to go for milking. As a result, it turns out that one cow goes to milking 3 to 4 times a day and gives the maximum possible amount of milk. Feeling that the time has come, Holstein Friesian beauties go to a special corral where the robot performs automatic cleaning and laser diagnostics of the cow's udder, feeds, and while the cow eats, collects milk, adjusting to the physiological characteristics of the animal. All over the world, this way of daily collection is considered the most sparing because during it the cows do not experience stress. Moreover, they like the milking operation so much that they strive to run into the corral once more, but the robot does not allow them. Thanks to special sensors that cows wear around their necks, the robot knows accurate to the minute who and when was milking, which means that in case of anything, it is easy to send a schedule violator packing. During milking operation, key milk indicators are measured, by which you can determine whether it is suitable for use or not. These are temperature, viscosity, protein substances presence. If something is not right, the robot does not let the milk into the common tank, but drains it into a separate tank. The acquisition of robots' milkmaids allowed the farm not only to reduce significantly the number of operating personnel, but also significantly increase the milk yield. So last year, the local record holder gave out about 80 liters of milk for a day, with an average performance of 29 liters per day, which is also a very respectable result. Robots' milkmaids are not the only innovation that the agricultural holding Beekeeping Agro has. Here on their own fields, a system of innovative subsoil irrigation was first introduced in the experimental order and then on a regular basis. Its main difference is that the water supply hose is placed at a depth of 40 centimeters, which means that the moisture flows directly to the plant root and does not reach the weeds. As a result, corn yields 120 to 140 quintals per hectare, which is 4.5 times more than the indicators shot before technology introduction. Also, here we have a reservoir for liquid fertilizers so that the process of fertilizers delivering to the plant pass simply and directly. In addition, we have a remote control module so that you have an opportunity to turn on and off the watering without leaving the office. Now we will examine the milk for somatic cells. Success of any modern agricultural enterprise directly depends on science synthesis and production. Therefore, as the agricultural holding advances, it was decided to create its own laboratory and conclude a memorandum of cooperation with the 3 major scientific research institutes of the Republic. The benefit of science is that all new scientific developments are being introduced and tested on a large number of animals. Here, express diagnostic methods approbation is carried out, immune background and quality of resulting products are studied.
Иммунный фон, исследуется качество получаемой продукции.
Put our sample into the analyzer. Now, in order to check the resulting product's quality or to monitor the health of livestock, it is not necessary to lead samples to the city laboratory and waste valuable time. Thanks to the latest European equipment, all tests are done on site in minutes. Here we will conduct a hematological study of blood. This is cattle blood. We put it into the rotator for mixing. In this researching test, we see leukocytes, ketones, nitrates, urobilinogen, bilirubin, protein, glucose. All indicators are normal. Blood is not present. pH is in norm. Density corresponds to. That is, the animal is healthy. For such a large agricultural holding, which has at its disposal agricultural land, the issue of fodder production is not pressing. But what small peasant farms can do, they are limited in means and territory. Arman Toskanbayev, a young Kazakh entrepreneur, proposed anti-crisis solutions to Kazakh cattle breeders. Together with his father, Arman established the production and assembly of automated hydroponic plants for the fodder barley germination in Karaganda. In summer, animals that are in pastures do not lack vitamins except for arid regions. In winter, and especially in winter-springtime, when the vitamin content decreases in feed and the feed itself becomes smaller, the animals have vitamin deficiency. Then hydroponic green fodder comes to the rescue. In this racking installation, barley sprouts for 7 to 8 days. Thus, it is possible to receive up to 20 kilograms of green grass from one tray, while the whole installation will give about 160 kilograms. Greenhouses, conservatories, utility rooms, and basements are suitable for hydroponic green fodder cultivation. The main thing is that they meet the necessary requirements. They need to be illuminated by natural or artificial light, have an optimum microclimate, humidity of air above 60%, and temperature from 18 to 25 degrees Celsius. At the moment, due to the lack of rangeland or aggressive climate, a number of European countries and the United Arab Emirates are actively using this technology. In Kazakhstan, hydroponic installations have not yet become so widespread, but a few pioneers have already solved a number of non-trivial tasks with their help. Therefore, the scientists of the Kazakh Institute of Plant Protection and Quarantine, having slightly converted a similar installation, adapted it to an incubator for predatory insects cultivation, adapted for pest control. We have bioagents against whiteflies, red spider, that is against sucking pests. We also cope with a quarantine object, tomato moth, which recently hinders our farmers, especially in the South Kazakhstan region. Because of it, last year and the year before last, some farmers lost 100% of their harvest. Such method of pest control is called biological. It negates the use of chemical preparations. It is noteworthy that another modern invention, air drones, was adapted for the predatory insects release into the fields of Kazakhstan. We evaluated the capabilities of aircraft and helicopter-type drones and believe that helicopter-type drones are better for agriculture. Since they do not need a landing site, they can be launched and landed directly in front of them. With the help of drones, the specialists of the Research Institute also conduct remote field monitoring, perform multispectral surveys, identify parasite insects, and weed plant hotspots. It would seem that nothing can surprise after robots, milkmaids, and agricultural drones, but this is not so, because recently beehives were introduced in Kazakhstan which secrete honey by themselves. This novelty, developed by Australian beekeepers, is equipped with the flow frame frames consisting of almost finished cells. Bees finish building cells with wax independently, fill them with honey, and seal them. In order to open bees' cells and get honey, it is necessary to remove the plug and insert the lever here. After turning the lever to the right, we have a cell breakdown. They are displaced because vertically they are mobile and made at an angle of 120 degrees as in nature. The beehive is slightly tilted to the stern, so after cell breakdown, honey flows through this hole into a collection channel or into a jar.
Через трубочку, соответственно, либо в сборный канал, либо в баночку.
This and many other novelties of beekeeping in Kazakhstan are imported by the industry altruist Pavel Konovalov. He began his entrepreneurial path 5 years ago when he purchased 3 beehives only for the sake of curiosity. However, the matter has gone, and today he can boast of an apiary with more than 1,000 beehives, a well-known trademark, and a massive know-how that can cope with the economy, practically without attracting labor from the outside. So at his disposal, not only Australian Bee Miracle House, but Turkish nomad beehives, a modern apparatus for honey distillation, and even accessory for industrial production of royal jelly. It is a unique substance that is inputted with the ability to accelerate cell regeneration and stimulate the immunity. Today, we can safely say that almost all trend technologies are used in Kazakhstani agriculture. Numerous programs of government subsidies allocations greatly facilitate their integrations into industry. Therefore, in January this year, the State Program of Agro-Industrial Complex Development of the Republic of Kazakhstan for 2017 to 2021 was revised and optimized. The main focus was on annual credit lines renewal, aimed at replenishment of operating assets of enterprises and more flexible conditions creation for processors of food products. For these purposes, 4.3 billion tenge is allocated from the national budget. Thus, providing targeted state support to the agrarians, the government of the Republic creates optimal conditions for the development of modern, competitive agro-industrial complex of Kazakhstan.